Good afternoon. Here is Newsline on Melody 100.7 FM Ibadan. I am Bolabad And Adebola. First, let's check out the headlines. Federal government suspends a move to review medical officers' allowances. Ondo State government vows to eradicate courtism, calls for collective action. On entertainment news, Edo State Governor appoints Big Brother Naija housemate Anto as SSA. Business news, Customs announced plans to streamline import charges. On the foreign scene, Zelensky says Ukraine and Russia are set for fresh peace talks. And in the world of sport, Oyo State Governor reaffirmed support for shooting stars in the morning brew. And now the details will begin from the entertainment scene, where the Edo State Governor, Mr. Monday Okpebolo, has appointed a former Big Brother Naija housemate, Anto Lekki, also known as Munirat Antoinette Lekki, as his senior special assistant, SSA on tourism and creative economy. The secretary to the Edo State government, Malam Umaru Musa Ikilo, confirmed the appointment in Benin City, the state capital. The SSG highlighted Lekki's varied experience before her involvement in the reality TV show. Still on the entertainment scene, a digital music copyright and licensing company, Digital Music Commerce and Exchange Limited, has clarified the status of the management and protection of the musical works of the late music legend Dr. Sikiru Ayinde Barrister, following a recent conversation sparked by the removal of a documentary about the singer from YouTube. The clarification came after Said Aderito, a professor of history and African diaspora studies at Florida International University, United States, revealed that the first episode of his Fuji documentary series titled Mr. Fuji Barry Wonder had been taken down from YouTube over copyright infringement. And now to some local stories. Federal government, through National Salaries, Income and Wages Commission, NSIWC, has suspended the move to review medical officers and dental officers' allowances. According to reports on July 2nd, the Nigeria Medical Association, NMA, gave the federal government a 21-day ultimatum demanding the withdrawal of the circular and the resolution of other critical issues. The ultimatum is set to expire on Thursday, July 23rd, 2025. President of the NMA, Professor Bala Aldu, has described the circular as a breach of previously agreed terms regarding the welfare and allowances of medical and dental officers. The federal government has demonstrated its commitment towards achieving a $1 trillion economy by 2030 through Domestic Investment Summit to actualize 8-point renewed hope agenda. Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment Dr. Jumoke Oduwole said this at a Domestic Investment Summit in Abuja. Dr. Oduwole said the ministry was accelerating economic diversification through targeted reforms in industrialization, digitization, and creativity, economy, manufacturing, and innovation. The minister also added that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has set a bold target to achieve a $1 trillion economy by the year 2030. Still on some local stories, the Ogun State government has said it is unshaken by threats of legal actions from any group or individual challenging the burial of the Awujale and paramount ruler of Ijebuland, Oba Sikiru Kayode Adetono, which was conducted in line with Islamic rites. The Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Mr. Shino Gungbade-san, stated this while reacting to the threat by the International Council for Ifa Religion to take legal action against the government and the family of the late Oba Adetono over violation of traditional burial rights. Mr. Ogungbade-San said that while it would be a sheer waste of time and resources for anyone to institute legal action against the government over Awujale's burial, according to his religious beliefs, it is still within the ambit of the law to hold the government accountable through judicial processes. The Ondo State government has declared that it would ensure that cultism and other social vices, particularly among the youths, are eradicated in the state. To this end, the government has called on parents, traditional rulers, community leaders, and other stakeholders to join hands in fighting against the scourge. The State Commissioner for Information and Orientation, Honorable Idowu Ajanoku, stated that the government said it had reaffirmed its commitment to promoting the cherished Omoluabi values that defined the people of the state in the areas of respect, hard work, value for life, and a strong stance against social vices such as cultism, thuggery, and civil unrest. Thanks for staying tuned. Newsline returns shortly after this break.
Doing business without advertising is like winking at a girl in the dark. Do not be like a potential bachelor who is busy cutting an eye for a beautiful lady in a very dark room. Give your business the much needed publicity it deserves. Come do business with us by advertising your goods and services on Melody 100.7 FM Ibadan, and let's use our platform to uplift your own. Advertise with us by contacting our marketing department at number 2 MB Makpadeun Street, Bodewasimi, Basharun, Ibadan, Oyo State, Nigeria. Telephone 0915-500-107. That is 0915-500-1007. You can also follow us on all our social media platforms at Melody 107 FM. At Melody FM Ibadan, we help make your business to blow. Yaga yaga. Melody FM, your real home of entertainment. Stay cool. Yes, Melody.
News on Melody 100.7 FM Ibadan.
News on Melody 100.7 FM. Reporting live from Melody 100.7 FM.
100.7 FM Ibadan.
Welcome back. Good to have you with us. Still listening to the Newsline on Melody 100.7 FM, and now to some business stories. Nigerian importers may experience a reduction in duty pay as the Nigerian Customs Service plans to scrap the 1% comprehensive import supervision scheme and 7% cost of collection following the proposed reintroduction of a 4% free on board charge. The Comptroller General of Customs, Comptroller Adewale Adeniyi, stated this in Lagos during a town hall meeting with stakeholders on Odogu clearance platform themed Enhancing Trade Compliance and System Optimization through Stakeholders Engagement, organized by the NCS. It will be recalled that in February 2025, the NCS announced the implementation of a 4% charge on the free on-board value of imports. The spokesman of the service, Mr. Abdullahi Maiwada, explained that the directive was in line with the provision of the Nigeria Customs Service Act, NCSA 2023. And now moving on to the foreign scene, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said Russia and Ukraine will hold a new round of peace talks in Istanbul tomorrow. Zelensky proposed fresh talks at the weekend during days after United States President Donald Trump threatened Russia with severe sanctions if there was no ceasefire between Moscow and Kiev within 50 days. He said he hoped the talks would be held this week without giving a date. Two previous rounds of direct talks between Moscow and Kiev in Istanbul failed to make progress towards a ceasefire. And finally, in the sports scene this afternoon, earlier today, the Executive Governor of Oyo State, His Excellency Engineer Seyi Makinde, hosted the chairman of Shooting Stars Sports Club 3SE, Honorable Taiwo Lekan Salami, for a high-level discussion focused on the future of the club and broader sport development in the state. The meeting reflected Governor Makinde's continued commitment to professional football and his steadfast support for Shooting Stars as a symbol of pride for the people of Oyo State. The conversation centered around key strategic decisions aimed at enhancing team performance, strengthening the club's structure, and ensuring sustainable growth for the iconic football institution. The visit marks another positive step in aligning leadership, creativity, and passion to reposition Shooting Stars for greater success. We've now come to the end of the Newsline on Melody 100.7 FM, but before we head out, here's a recap of the major headlines. Federal government suspend the move to review medical officers' allowances. Ondo State government vows to eradicate courtism, calls for collective action. Edo State Governor appoints Big Brother Niger housemate Anto as SSA. On the business, we told you Customs announced plans to streamline import charges. On the foreign scene, Zelensky says Ukraine and Russia are set for fresh peace talks. And in the world of sports, Oyo State Governor reaffirms support for Shooting Stars in the morning brief. Kindly join us on our social media platforms for more news stories and excellent programming. Newsline was compiled and produced by Bolabad And Adebola and is edited by Temitope Brema. I am Mobola Badekala. Good afternoon and thank you for listening.
Your city, the station that brings real entertainment. Melody FM 100.7 Ibadan. Stay cool with Melody. Melody FM 100.7. Stay cool with Melody.
Ọ̀nà àgbọ̀dúnmú yín ti dé Melody 100.7 FM. Báṣọ̀rọ̀ nígbàgbọ́n la wà, ẹ máa gbádùn wa ìṣòro.
You will struggle to graduate